You ever let a woman go and then wish more than anything that you could get her to come back? Hi, this is Mike Fiore, and in this short video, I'm going to show you how to use tiny little text messages sent from the cell phone you've got in your pocket right now to get your ex-girlfriend to forgive you for everything you feel like you've done wrong, to forget once and for all about any other man, and to do anything she has to wrap herself in your arms again, begging for your forgiveness, fighting for your attention, and swearing up and down that getting back together is 100% her idea. In fact, even though this might sound impossible now, after you watch this video and do what it says, you'll be shocked at how quickly her attitude towards you changes, how she finds herself thinking about you, craving you, and even fantasizing about you all day long, how that horrible tightness and regret in your chest starts to fade away, how she suddenly starts calling you on the phone just to hear your voice, and how, finally, she even begs you to get together to talk, dresses to kill in your favorite outfit, flirts with you like she did when you first met, and does everything she can to make sure you never get away from her again. I'm going to teach you exactly what to do in just a moment. I shared a variation on this weird but shockingly effective texting technique with Rachel Ray when I appeared on her nationally syndicated television show, and she said it gave her chills. But first, we need to talk about the tiny mistake you made without even knowing it that could keep you and your ex-girlfriend from ever getting back together again. If you're like most guys, your relationship and breakup probably followed a variation of this really depressing timeline. You broke up, and when you did, you said, we'll be friends, but you probably realize now that you're not friends at all, not really, and all your friends and family members are telling you to give up, to move on, that there are other fish in the sea, that if it's meant to be, she'll come back to you. And you find yourself being miserable by yourself, wanting her, while she's off with that guy from the office who you never liked in the first place. And ever since that breakup, you felt this crazy, overwhelming, obsessive desire for her. You've left long, rambling messages on her voicemail, saying all the things you think you should have said when you were together. You've texted her like crazy and felt like you were going to pull your hair out when she wouldn't text you back. You've apologized, begged, pleaded. You've asked her friends about her and freaked out at the idea of her seeing someone else. And you've done everything you could think of to try to get the relationship you had with her back. And no matter what you've done, what you said, how hard you apologized, how much you told her she was right or promised to change, it's been like ramming your head again and again into a brick wall. And I bet you're wondering, like so many guys have before you, why? Why is it that the woman who used to look at you with so much love and desire when you first got together won't even give you the time of day now? Why does she ignore you? Why doesn't she love you anymore when you can't stop thinking about her? And what can you do to heal that massive rift between you and finally convince her to give you another chance? To look at you again, touch you again, talk to you again, make you feel the way only she can make you feel. To answer that question, I need to reveal a few simple truths about the way relationships really work and about the way a woman's romantic mind works that no one has ever told you before, and show you how to penetrate her emotional defenses and hotwire her desire and love for you in a weird but staggeringly effective way, even if she swears she doesn't have any feelings for you now. First things first. Fact. The relationship you had with your girlfriend is dead. And it's never coming back. Okay, I know that sounds harsh, but it's actually pretty cool. Let me explain. If you're like most guys, ever since you and your ex broke up, you've been doing everything you can to turn back the clock and get the relationship you had back. But honestly, trying to get your girlfriend back is like trying to perform emergency CPR on a corpse. Usually, it's just a big waste of time, and even when it works, it doesn't last. A few extra breaths at best, or you might become one of those couples who are constantly breaking up and getting back together and driving each other nuts. After helping guys around the world, appearing on national television and radio, being interviewed by Time magazine, and going through some nasty breakups of my own, I once got dumped over email, I can tell you, the moment you broke up, the relationship you and your girlfriend had was over forever. And as hard as it is to believe right now, that's actually a really good thing. The fact is, if you handle it right, your old relationship ending isn't a tragedy. It's a huge opportunity to hit the reset button and do things right. A way for you to move past all the pain and anger and create a cheat-proof, devoted, passionate relationship that's stronger than ever, stronger than anyone thought it could be. After all, you and your girlfriend broke up for a reason, or maybe a lot of little reasons that just added up. And if you just try to get her back without addressing the reasons things ended deep in her mind at a true and primal level, you're doomed to end up right back where you are now, alone, miserable, and desperate to see her and feel her again, while she moves on to find a guy who can satisfy her deep, primal needs. That's the bad news. The good news is that even though you can't have your old relationship back, and you don't really want it anyway, you can use the simple methods I'm about to reveal to create a new and better relationship with her from day one. The relationship you and your girlfriend were supposed to have in the first place, where you love each other, lust after each other, talk openly and honestly, support each other, and just enjoy each other every day without even thinking about having another one of those fights. In other words, if you do it right, you really can be happy together. But in order to have any chance at all to build this new romance with you, your girlfriend needs you to do 3 things. First, you need to erase the negative image of you she has in her mind and replace it with the powerful, romantic, best version of you she should have. The man she's truly meant to spend the rest of her life with. Like I said, your old relationship is gone. You need to get rid of all the pain and hurt and bad memories that are blocking her love for you. Second, you need to make her feel seen and understood by you in a way that no other man can possibly offer. Let her know that she's safe with you and give her permission to be who she truly is without fear of being judged. And third, you need to flat out seduce her. You need to cut past her rational mind, make her feel like a beautiful, attractive, sexy woman, and give her that spark of feminine power she's probably been craving since the day the passion between you truly died. So how do you do all that? Well, as you've already proven to yourself, you don't do it by calling her up and leaving long, desperate voicemail messages. You don't do it by hanging out in front of her house with a boombox and making a fool of yourself. You don't do it by just showing up places where you know she's going to be and trying to strike up a conversation. It might sound shocking, but the best way to crawl inside your girlfriend's mind, erase all the built-up anger and hurt, and have her actually craving you is by sending her certain text messages that crawl deep into her romantic mind and that she can't help but respond to. Now, if you're like most guys, you might be thinking, texting? I've already tried texting her, and no matter what I say to her, it doesn't work. But again, I'm not talking about texts where you beg or plead for her back, where you apologize profusely, give up your manhood, and kill any attraction she may still have for you. I'm talking about simple, powerful texts that have been specifically designed and proven again and again to tickle the primal romantic center of her mind, force a smile to crawl across her face and a thrill to rush through her whole body, and that, even if she doesn't respond right away, causes a simple idea to grow in her mind and to repeat itself over and over and over again. I made a mistake, and I'll do anything to get him back. I shared just one of my simple texting techniques with Rachel Ray when I appeared on her show. Her jaw dropped open when I gave her a few of my magic texts to try, got every woman in the audience to gasp, and used a couple from the audience to prove beyond a shadow of a doubt how truly powerful this texting thing can be, and the astonishing effect it has on a woman if you simply do it right. Plain and simple, and as weird as it sounds, sending the right, seemingly innocent texts to your ex-girlfriend can have a shocking and drastic impact on how she thinks about you, and will create an amazing, intimate channel between you that no one can interfere with. Why? Because you know her better than anyone else possibly could. And because by texting her the right way, you can feed her the kind of secret fantasies and emotional bait she's genetically programmed to respond to, wherever she is, whenever you want, painting a coy smile across her face and building her desire for you to a fever pitch, no matter how hard she tries to resist. With the right texts, you can remind her of why she fell for you in the first place and make her feel that overwhelming thrill she felt when you first kissed. You can have secret conversations with her and create a private fantasy world where you can earn her trust and be unapologetically romantic without feeling embarrassed or exposed. Do it right, and she won't be able to help but forgive you. Will see you as the sexiest, most desirable man on the planet, the man she's truly meant to be with, and will find herself dreaming of you, noticing how other men simply don't measure up to what she knows she can have with you, regretting ever letting you go for even a moment and scheming about ways to win you back. All without you having to beg or plead, without having to spend a lot of money on romantic presents, without slipping back into those old dangerous patterns that got you where you are now in the first place, without anyone else having to know or being able to interfere, and all by pushing a few buttons on your cell phone. When you think about it, you'll realize that when you use it right, texting is like an emotional Trojan horse, where you can send your girlfriend simple, safe texts that no woman could overreact to, that secretly appeal to her deepest desires and emotions, and bring her back to you no matter how long she's been gone. Okay, Mike, I understand how powerful this is, and I see how I can use magical text messages to get her to forgive me and bring her back into my life, but how do I actually do it? Glad you asked, because I've got a really good answer for you. Like I said, my name is Michael Fiore, and I'd like to teach you, like I've taught guys around the world, how to use tiny little text messages sent from the cell phone in your pocket right now as a romantic tractor beam that sneaks directly into the sex, desire, and romance center of your girlfriend's brain, forcing her to focus on what she secretly loves about you and quite literally dragging her back into your life with a huge smile on her face and convinced that calling you, seeing you, talking to you, touching you is 100% her idea. How? By introducing you to a simple, step-by-step girlfriend getting back system I call Text Your Ex Back. Text Your Ex Back is a step-by-step system that uses tiny little text messages sent from your average cell phone to cause your ex-girlfriend to connect with you on a deep and primal level. Even if you were never romantic before, how bad things got at the end. To have her thinking positive thoughts about you throughout the day, seeing you as the man she's always wanted you to be without you actually having to change at all, and to have her forgetting about any other guys in her life and eagerly suggesting you give things one more try, literally at the push of a button. When you grab your copy of Text Your Ex Back today, you'll discover how to magnetically attract her attention no matter where she is, no matter how busy she is, how long it's been, or how angry she is right now. All by using the simple across-the-bow text no woman can ignore, and that's guaranteed to cause a happy smile to crawl across her face. You'll also learn text judo, why hate and anger are not the opposite of love, and how to use your girlfriend's existing emotions against her to wake up the love and desire she's trying to deny. Do this right, and she'll feel like she's seeing you in a whole new light. Next, you'll learn how to use best of the relationship texts to mentally transport her back to the best times you ever had together. You'll be shocked at how eager she is to think about the good old days and how she starts wondering what it would feel like to be in your arms again. How to use intimacy booster texts to be her Superman and give her the emotional support she not so secretly craves. Do this right and she'll yearn for you even if she's moved on and is seeing someone else. Next, you'll learn the green-eyed monster text and how to use positive jealousy to have her ready to fight for you and feeling desperate for your affection. Next, you'll learn emotional honesty text. Okay, this can be scary, but do it right and you'll be astounded by the results. In Text Your Ex Back, I'll show you how to blow by the BS and tell your ex how you really, truly feel over text without ever worrying about stumbling over your words or coming on too strong. Emotional honesty texts are basically the nuclear bomb of ex-girlfriend seduction. I'll show you exactly what to do to literally bring tears to her eyes and have her whole body shuddering with desire for you just by saying 7 simple words. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. As you get into the more advanced material, you'll also discover why texting is the magic key to her libido, how to turn her on simply by tapping a few buttons with your thumbs, and the exact irresistible text that will crawl into her deepest sexual mind and have her thinking of you as a seductive god. Warning, don't be surprised if she drunk dials you or drunk texts you right after you send this text, and if the sex is wilder, hotter, and better than anything you've had in years. Next, you'll learn how to bury your old relationship with the fights and the anger and the yelling for good, and how to use tiny little texts to set the foundation for the loving, fun, sexy relationship you both deserve so you never have to go through breakup hell again. You'll learn why radio silence is not a bad thing, and exactly what to do if you don't get a response to one of your texts. You might not believe this now, but you're going to discover that if you get no response at all, it actually could be a very, very good sign. Next, we'll discover the magic transition from virtual to physical, and how to get her to suggest you get together for a coffee 100% on her own without you ever suggesting a thing. Here's the cool part. If you're anything like the thousands of guys who have used this program already, you're going to be blown away by how good your ex-girlfriend looks when she shows up at the coffee shop, how much work she's put into looking great for you, and even better, the hopeful, naughty sparkle in her eye. Next, you'll learn what to do after you get her back and how to use texting as an intimate channel that causes her to literally swoon every time her phone vibrates, sets you up for more passion, desire, and love than you thought possible, and gives you the kind of relationship that makes your friends green with envy. Tim from Seattle says, after my girlfriend and I broke up, she said she never wanted to talk to me again and wouldn't return my calls, emails, or texts. I used the Text Your Ex Back program with a lot of skepticism, but I was shocked at how quickly she got back to me and how we started having fun together. The best part was I didn't have to worry about what to say since you laid everything out for me. Robert from New York says, Text Your Ex Back is amazing. My girl and I were always that couple who was fighting and breaking up all the time. Ever since I started using Mike's stuff, it's like it was when we first got together. Thanks. And Caleb from California says, this stuff is sneaky and amazing. Mike, I don't know if my ex-girlfriend and I will be together forever, but after using your stuff for the first time, I really feel like we've got hope. And those are just a few of the emails I receive every day from guys and girls after using this simple system. Can I promise that you and your ex-girlfriend will live happily ever after just by using this system? Of course not. But I can promise you that if you grab this program and do what it says, you'll be able to open the door to her heart in a way you were never able to before. That you'll have a real chance of creating the kind of connection and love most people only dream of, and that you'll know for once and for all whether you and her were truly meant to be. Okay, if you've watched this far through this video, it means you can feel how effective this is and how much you want this. So how do you get started? How much for the complete Text Your Ex Back system, plus my patented X texting formulas I promise you've never heard before? Honestly, it doesn't matter if she broke up with you yesterday or if you've been searching for a way to truly bring her back into your life for a good long while. This is the only program like this in existence, so there's nothing to compare it to. I mean, sure, there are plenty of vague Get Your Ex Back programs out there that promise you the world but just give you vague advice about being more confident or being the kind of guy she wants. But this is the only program in existence that does all the work for you, that takes away all the guesswork and the pressure to figure things out on your own, that shows you exactly what to say and when to say it, that answers all of your questions and makes it as easy as possible to get her back in your life and your arms and your bed. So let's just think of the alternatives you could try to get her back, or that you've already tried with embarrassing results. First, you could try to get her to agree to go to couples counseling with you. That will cost you at least $150 for each 1-hour session, if you can even get her to agree to go. And honestly, if you're watching this video, your chance to try to fix things with therapy and by talking them out is probably long gone. Next, you could try to buy her back into your life. You could try to surprise her by being really romantic, shelling out for flowers, expensive jewelry, to show her how you really feel and hope beyond hope that she'll take you back. Even a basic bouquet of flowers will cost you $70, and jewelry will cost you thousands. And how's it going to feel when you find your hopes of a romantic reconciliation totally dashed when she refuses to meet up with you? How much anger and hurt she keeps holding on to, and how little of an effect on her your gift actually has. You could try making a big production out of changing who you are for her. To do that, you'll have to go into debt to buy a new wardrobe, put on a big show of how much fun you're having without her, and basically try to trick her into thinking you're a whole new guy, the man of her dreams. You'll cut your bank account to the bone doing this, and even if it works, it won't. Do you really want her falling for an act when there's an alternative that lets you get her back while being 100% you? Let me ask you a question. Do you love this woman? Seriously, do you love her? Do you feel deep in your heart that she's the one, the woman who was meant for you and you were meant for her? Do you know how rare that is? Do you know how low the odds are that you'll ever even meet another woman like that again? Years from now, when you're looking back, when you find yourself still alone and looking, or worse yet, have settled for someone else, how are you going to feel if you could have gotten her back, gotten past the fights and the anger and the lies and the bull, just by pushing a few buttons on your cell phone? It's hard for a lot of guys to believe, but having a great relationship with a woman, having the relationship your buddies are envious of, where you wake up every day remembering how lucky you are, is really just about doing a few little things right. As I showed live on television on Rachel Ray, when I made every woman in the audience gasp and sent shivers down Rachel's spine, the techniques I teach in Text Your Ex Back work very well. And because I know how much it hurts right now, and because I want you to experience the results for yourself, I'm going to let you try out Text Your Ex Back at a price you're not going to believe. The regular retail price of Text Your Ex Back is just $97. Less than one expensive dinner at a restaurant when you finally agree to go out on that blind date your buddy keeps trying to set you up on. That's going to be a disaster. And a lot less than it will cost you in cash and self-respect if you let this girl go without doing something right now. But you know what? I know $97 can seem like a lot of money to people sometimes, and I want to take away every barrier to you doing this and getting her back in your life. Everyone who's used Text Your Ex Back says it's a steal at $97, and my friends tell me the least I should sell the program for is $67. But I want to make this a real no-brainer for you. I want you to see how well it works for yourself. That's why, for a limited time, I'm willing to let you have the complete Text Your Ex Back system for just $47 today. Plus, if you act right now and just to sweeten the pot, I'll also flat out give you the audio version of the training at no additional charge, so you can study up and plan your moves while at the gym, in the car, or anytime you've got your headphones. And I've got not one, not two, but 3 game-changing bonuses for you. Bonus number 1 is Instant Forgiveness with Dr. Frederick Luskin. How to move past pain and anger, stop having the same fights again and again, and have your ex-girlfriend finally accept you and love you for who you are. Dr. Luskin is the world's #1 authority on forgiveness, how to forgive other people for how they may have wounded you, and how to get them to forgive you as well. I had to bust my butt in order to get on the phone with Dr. Luskin, who works at Stanford University. But we spent 30 powerful minutes together on the phone digging deep into the concepts of forgiveness and how to create forgiveness in a woman's mind so when she comes back to you, she won't keep bringing back up the same stuff over and over again, but can actually have fun with you and appreciate you again. Next, you'll have my special Infidelity Buster interview with Dr. Jan Hall. In this interview, Dr. Jan and I discuss why men and women cheat in relationships and the fast, easy way to heal after infidelity. Dr. Jan is based in Australia, and her and I got on the phone for over an hour to talk about the real nature of infidelity. Whether you were the one to cheat on your ex-girlfriend or if she was the one to cheat on you, you'll learn simple, actionable steps to finally put that infidelity behind you so you can love each other the way you were meant to. And third, you'll get my new Facebook Romance Secrets program absolutely free, even though it's normally a $47 value all by itself. Facebook Romance Secrets is a new program I've created that will allow you to seduce your woman, or any woman actually, using Facebook and social media, and will give you ideas that will have her swooning every time you log in. As I say in the course, what you post on Facebook is the story you tell the world about yourself. And in this training, my friend Mike Hill and I will teach you how to tell a story that will have your girlfriend grinning from ear to ear. In Facebook Romance Secrets, you'll discover how to use simple little posts on your girlfriend's Facebook wall to rivet her attention and send shivers of anticipation through her whole body. Facebook photos, and how to comment on her pictures in a way that has her friends and family gushing over how you're the perfect man for her. How to be unapologetically romantic with your girlfriend and have her scheming up ways to put a huge smile on your face. Facebook Romance Secrets is normally $47 all by itself, but I like to flat out give it to you just for trying out Text Your Ex Back today. Just to add it all up, as part of this special promotion, you'll get the Text Your Ex Back Complete System, a $97 value all by itself. The Text Your Ex Back Audio Recording, a $37 value and only available if you purchase the main Text Your Ex Back program first. You'll get my Instant Forgiveness interview with Dr. Frederick Luskin, a $27 value all by itself. My Infidelity Buster interview with Dr. Janet Hall, a $27 value all by itself. And Facebook Romance Secrets, a $47 value all by itself. That's over $235 of real value for just 47 bucks. All you have to do to get started is enter your email address and click the big, shiny, inviting Add to Cart button that just appeared below. You'll gain instant access to everything and will be texting your ex back tonight. All you have to do right now is simply enter your email address in the box below and hit the Add to Cart button. You'll immediately be brought to ClickBank to process your order, and within 2 minutes from right now, we'll be able to download everything I've discussed here today, dig through the material, and start texting your ex-girlfriend back into your life right away. And of course, you're backed by my You Get Romance or You Don't Pay guarantee. Here's how it works. Simply order today, use the material. If you aren't blown away and if you don't get results, just email me and my staff within 60 days for a complete refund. No fine print, no BS. Listen, plain and simple, the way I was raised and the way I like to do business is, if I don't get you results, I don't personally think I deserve your money. If you're going through this, if you're watching this video, it shows me that you're in pain right now. It shows me that you want this woman back in your life. I've created material that I know from experience from so many guys, and actually women, who have used Text Your Ex Back. I know I've got the goods here. I know that if you go through the program and do what it says, you will get fantastic results for yourself. That's why I'm willing to put my money where my mouth is. If you simply enter your email address and hit the Add to Cart button below, complete your order, get Text Your Ex Back, use it for up to 2 full months. And if you aren't happy for any reason whatsoever, simply let us know and you'll get a complete refund. I really can't be more simple about it than that.